everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the event today. I want to get your attention. We're going to start the event now, and I want to bring up our first speaker. He's somebody that most of you know. I know him pretty well, 42 years. And he's pretty prolific up here on the stage, so I don't want to take up a lot of his time. This is our 6th annual Emancipation Proclamation Black History Month event that we've done here at East Lake Park. And we want to welcome you. We hope you have a really great time. My name is Johnny Mills Bowen, in case you haven't met me. And I wanted you to just put your hands together and give a lot of love to this guy. He puts a lot of heart out for everybody all the time. So give him a real warm welcome. He's the Lincoln Award winner, Clyde Bowen.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Margaret Mead, noted anthropologist, once said that it's not masses and masses of people who actually end up doing much of anything. It's only a few dedicated, committed individuals. So I want to thank a few dedicated individuals that showed up today to share with us on this particular day. Number one, it's the Emancipation Proclamation Observance Day, which is actually January the 1st. Folks came up to me like, honey 11, ooh, it's cold on January the 1st. So we started to sit down and talk about making it a little better, so that's why we do it now, rather than January 1st. It was billed, Emancipation Proclamation Day was billed as a day of Thanksgiving, and that's how we look at it. It's a day to remember what a great, great country this is, what a great move that was that Abraham Lincoln made, and all the other folks around. People like to talk about Abraham Lincoln like he did it in a bubble, he did it in a vacuum, he did it all by himself. No, but he was joined by many good Americans. And as we know, there was a war around the issues of slavery. There was a war around the issues of freedom. We lost 650,000 committed, dedicated people, one side or the other, Americans. Now we come back together as Americans to appreciate what we're up to. And it's also Black History Month. Someone said, Black history is American history. And I thought, that's true, because it's all interwoven. Some of you have flyers that we've given out, and on the other side of the flyer it has Black History Month inventors, people who have invented certain things, lots of different things that you can think of. The cell phone, for instance, that we all love, invented by a Black person. The automatic transmission, invented by a Black person. So I tell all my R and B friends, racists and bigots, yes, got to hang with everybody. I tell them, if you don't like the idea that a Black man invented the automatic transmission, just get you a manual, and you'll be cool. I have one story before we get started. Bring on great Dr. C.T. Wright to get us going with the great invocation and national anthem. So I want to tell you a story about Abraham Lincoln and the reason why I'm such a fan. Around 1900, the famous author, Leo Tolstoy, had been touring Russia. And he toured all the different places, went into the outback and up into Siberia, that kind of thing, and he came back to New York. And he was being interviewed by a reporter. And he said, how was the trip? And Tolstoy was like paraphrasing, you know, man, you can't believe it. I found a tribe of barbarians in Siberia, a walled-in tribe, chieftains, the whole 9 yards. And they knew who I was. And they asked me to tell them stories. Stories about great Americans and great people in history. He said, so I told about Julius Caesar, and I told about Napoleon, and like that. And I'm going on, and they said, wait. Why won't you tell us about the greatest ruler of all? The greatest ruler in history. The man who, when he spoke, his voice was like thunder. When he smiled, it was like sunshine in the day. A man from America, this country where we think that if we were to go there as young children, we would be old men by the time we got there. Tell us of Abraham Lincoln. And he was kind of, okay. So he started telling them stories of Lincoln. So naturally, the reporter asked me, well, what was the big deal? What was the big deal about Abraham Lincoln? He said, the chieftain said, well, Abraham Lincoln wasn't as great a field general as Napoleon. And maybe he wasn't as great a statesman as Frederick the Great. But he had the greatest characteristic of any ruler, and that was his moral integrity. Moral integrity from Abraham Lincoln went all over the world when he did what he did with the Emancipation Proclamation. And I tell people, I say, I love the Constitution. I'm a man of the cloth. I love my Bible. I love the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. I love that because I love words. Obviously, I'm a speaker, a writer, former stand-up comedian. I love all the different words. So it's important for us to remember in the words that we hear today from a man and about a man and regarding a man who thought he would never be remembered. Abraham Lincoln thought, no one is going to remember me. And we all go through that. You know, it's like they always ask me, what do you want to have on your tombstone? And I'm like, well, Reverend Clyde, Lord knows he tried. That would be good enough for me. But moral integrity, you're going to hear that theme coming up. Doing what you say you're going to do, maintaining the high road. And so we've got, as we do every year to lead off, our wonderful Arizona AAARC Vice Chairman, Dr. C.T. Wright. He'll get us started.